UFC Fight Night Kape vs Almabayev took place on March 1st at the UFC Apex in Las Vegas, Nevada. While there's no gate or ticket sales to report, the total revenue would have been boosted by sponsorships and merchandise, not to mention the UFC's broadcasting deal with ESPN, which pulls $300 million a year. But how big of a slice did the fighters take home? The Nevada State Athletic Commission no longer discloses fighter pay information, so while Venom sponsorship and fight bonuses are released, the purses I'll be showing in this video are just projections based on disclosed earnings from previous events. With that said, let's jump into the first fight.
Every fighter that's under contract, if you want to tell the media what you're paid, that's up to you.
Starting with the feature prelim, 6'6" heavyweight Austen Lane took on the promotional newcomer Mario Pinto. The fight started slowly, but we got a glimpse of Pinto's power in the first round from a powerful right hand that staggered Lane. Lane fired back with a right hand of his own that dropped Pinto, but he recovered quickly and the fight would make it to the second round. Both men came out firing. In less than a minute into the round, Pinto landed a deadly overhand right that flattened Lane, giving him the knockout win. Despite the loss, Lane is coming off his first win in the UFC, and this being his first fight on his new contract, he would have earned around $24,000 to show, along with $4,500 in Venom sponsorship, also known as Fight Week incentive, for a total of $28,500. While Pinto, in his first fight off the Contender Series, brought in $10,000 to show and $10,000 for the win, $4,000 in sponsorship, along with a huge boost from a $50,000 Performance of the Night bonus for $74,000 on the night. Kicking off the main card, Sam Patterson made quick work of fellow welterweight Danny Barlow as he rocked him with a stiff right hook, following it up with another right that dropped him, and a third right that essentially finished the job. He poured on a few more shots for good measure before the referee called off the fight, handing Sam Patterson his third win in a row and his first knockout in the UFC. While he didn't ultimately earn a performance bonus, Patterson had this to say about his goals moving forward.
Yeah, she's been with me from the beginning of my career. When I had literally nothing, and now she's with me. I'd love to start making a lot of money and changing my life, her life, my team's life. That's the goal. I don't want money to change my life, just me. I want everyone around me that's been with me from the beginning to grow from it, and money gives you that. Money gives you the opportunity to do that. So
Barlow lost his undefeated record, and on his third fight in the UFC, brought in $14,000 to show and $4,000 in Venom sponsorship for a total of $18,000. While Patterson made around $24,000 to show, along with another $24,000 for the win, $4,500 in sponsorship pay, and took home $52,500. The second fight started out at a fast pace as featherweights William Gomis and Hyder Amil displayed exciting striking and grappling exchanges. Amil continued to push the pace in the second and third rounds as he marched forward, enduring damage-inducing blows by Gomis. While Gomis appeared the more accurate striker, Amil kept him on his heels the entire fight and scored a takedown midway through the final round. An incredibly close fight, the scorecards revealed a split decision victory for the still undefeated Hyder Amil. With the loss, Gomis earned $28,000 to show and $4,500 in sponsorship pay for $32,500 on the night. While Amil made $14,000 to show and $14,000 for the win, along with $4,000 in Venom sponsorship for a total of $32,000. In the third fight, Nasrat Haqparast showed off his sharp boxing as he bloodied the lip of fellow lightweight Esteban Ribovics in the first round. He worked the body with his kicks as well, maintaining a lead in the striking numbers, though Ribovics kept the pace high, throwing twice as many strikes. In the final round, Ribovics landed a knee up the middle that busted open his opponent's face. Both fighters kept up an insane pace throughout the fight, and a second straight split decision went the way of Nasrat Haqparast. Ribovics made $28,000 to show and $4,500 in sponsorship pay, as well as a $50,000 Fight of the Night bonus, giving him a total of $82,500. As for the winner, Nasrat Haqparast, he took in $80,000 to show and $80,000 for the win, along with $11,000 in Venom sponsorship and his $50,000 bonus for the biggest paycheck of the night at $221,000. In the co-main event, Cody Brundage appeared more comfortable as he landed the bigger shots in the first round against his former teammate Julian Marquez. But late in the round, a huge right hand by Marquez knocked out Brundage's mouthguard, and he followed it up with massive blows against the cage. At some point, Marquez lost his mouthguard as well, and the ref briefly stopped the action to replace them. Once the fight resumed, Brundage punctuated a combo with a solid right hand that floored Marquez, and followed it up with repeated blows until the fight was called to secure a a TKO victory. Marquez earned a disclosed $50,000 purse for his last fight at UFC Louisville, meaning he would have made that for this fight as well, along with $6,000 in Venom sponsorship, for a total of $56,000. While Brundage, on the final fight of his contract, would have earned an estimated $46,000 to show, along with $46,000 for the win, $11,000 in sponsorship, and a total of $103,000 on the night. Only 7% of the people watching this video are subscribers, so if you're enjoying the content and want to keep up with all the latest videos, take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And finally, the main event of the evening, flyweight contender Manel Kape put the pressure on Almabayev immediately, connecting with hard shots and forcing his opponent to backpedal along the fence several times during the opening round. As the fight progressed, Almabayev was unable to get a read on Kape's speed and accuracy and was largely unsuccessful with his takedown attempts. It was unclear in real time, but on the slow motion replay, Kape clearly scraped the eye of Almabayev multiple times in the second and third rounds. The referee did not stop the action, so the fight continued. Midway through the third, Kape caught Almabayev with a big combo against the fence, and in a bizarre stoppage that took place as he essentially ran away, the fight was called, and Manel Kape would take the TKO victory. On just his 5th fight in the UFC, Almabayev earned $31,000 to show, as well as a bump in pay for the 5-round fight, which is usually around 25%, for another $8,000. He also took in $4,500 in sponsorship, giving him an estimated total of $43,500. However, as a late notice replacement, he likely earned an additional bump on top of his contracted purse. And for the winner Manel Kape, he'd take home $51,000 to show and $51,000 for the win, as well as his 5-round bonus, $6,000 in Venom sponsorship, and a $50,000 performance of the night bonus, meaning his total on the night comes out to $183,500. Any corrections to the numbers I've shown will be listed in a pinned comment below. That's all for this episode. As always, thanks for watching. See you next week for UFC 313, Pereira vs. Ankalaev.